Hey there, welcome to Something About Tabletop. This is going to be another video on campaign types, I guess would be the best way to say it, and session types, one-shot types. This is going to be on management-based games. This is through one reason or another, your characters have come across something or they started with it that they have to manage. Let that be a pirate ship, that could be a space pirate ship, flying ship kind of thing, steampunk, arcane punk, or whatever. I've done that one in particular. Or it could be your own spaceship, it could be your own country, your own guild, if you make your own adventurers guild, your own thieves guild, that kind of stuff. The players themselves are leaders and they have to run the organization and have to deal with the problems of running an organization. These campaigns are very popular and I see them quite a lot, and one of my particularly favorite Pathfinder adventures, known as Kingmaker, is exactly that. You start from nothing and then you'll make yourself an entire kingdom, and all the players have to manage, well, a kingdom. From my experience, this is an incredibly popular type of game, and it can be a lot of fun. It can be pretty difficult on the GM and sometimes on the players, because the bookkeeping in these particular games can be pretty intense unless you put it on the down low and just kind of have more abstracts of what's going on. Also, it can be difficult as a GM, for some GMs in particular, to let players have that much power, and also it can be difficult to control them, because maybe what if their country does become too powerful and they start effing up your game world, and there's not much you can really do there. Maybe you've made them too powerful. And also it can be hard to really know how to run a country. Like, they may screw it up really bad because they don't understand, and they may not really enjoy it that much, because as a DM, crushing someone's country is a lot worse than crushing someone's player. Also, these types of games usually become singularly minded, which is always for the country, for the organization, and sometimes you might want to break off from that, and that can be a little bit difficult. But you can certainly do it with side quests, side missions, and things like that. Of all, though, this does take the largest effort, I think, out of any campaign, and you certainly can't really run this as a one-shot. You could in a series of one-shots, but I don't think you could do it with one whole management game. But it is probably the coolest, because you get to see, rags to riches kind of stories, especially with Kingmaker from Pathfinder, the Pathfinder adventure. You come into this place, you explore it, you take down an evil bandit, you start growing a small country, and it gets bigger, it gets bigger. You start defeating enemies, getting rid of trolls, getting rid of giants, and it really shows how far your characters have come. Players really feel what that they have achieved something in the game, and it's very tangible, and it's always just cool, having your own pirate ship, having your own country. It's super awesome. But from my experience, it is very easy to overplay this, and sometimes you might just want to do something else. And another thing, also kind of a bonus, or sometimes a needed, depending on where you're on the campaign, you do kind of need the players always there. But say if you're running a country, you could have one of the players is dealing with something, and that's a cool little excuse that you can make, which is something cool. Also, these types of games, especially Kingmaker, and where you own a country or an organization, passage of time becomes more of a thing, because when you're an adventurer, it's like, oh, I want to constantly move. But these games usually centralize a single location, unless, of course, you're on a ship. And you can allow the passage of time to become more of a thing. And in my experience with these games, you can even have players marrying and stuff like that, even marrying each other, marrying NPCs and stuff, which makes it a whole lot more real. Yeah, so that is management-based campaigns. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Master Blah from Something About Tabletop.